you got the right equipment, that gonna tune me right.
Be sure to check out CarAudioConnect.com and shop BASSWITHKEV.com for top car audio brands. I appreciate your support. All right, guys, I'm back with another one. Today I'm going to talk about how I got into car audio and then how I got into doing like as far as the videos and all of that. We're gonna go ahead and go down the line a little bit. It may be a little lengthy, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna try to sum this thing up as fast as I can. Y'all excuse me, I got the car running in the background over here. Y'all excuse that. But I'm trying to let this thing charge up as far as the battery went dead. But anyway, around about 2000 and I don't know, 10. I don't know. It was, I don't know, maybe in 2008. I had a car audio business. I started out and really before that, I started out with some guys that had a shop, and I was working up there with them, and we were selling car audio systems. I was around 16, and they gave me a lot of information about how to do it, and they, you know, connected me in with distributors and things of that nature. And you know, we were working, you know, out of a shop at the time, and they gave me a lot. I was a young guy. They were up in age, so they gave me a lot of information about it. So I did it then. And then of course I had a system, and we were selling them and things of that nature. This one they had crunch, and they still sell crunch, but ground pounder crunches, crunch subwoofers. I guess that's what you call it. I think that's who made them. Ground pounder had the little white, and they would glow on the back of the sub, and the 80 PRS was out back then. All it's still out, but you gotta really find it. But that's how I started out back then, and I was selling them. And then I didn't have a business at that time, so I was just running with them doing it. And once they closed the shop down, and they all started doing something else. And of course, we were selling vehicles for a while and things of that nature, and we did that, and we did that for a long time. So, okay, we get away from that, and okay, and then time goes by, and what I ended up doing was I ended up starting my own business. So, you know, I go back to the old doings and get my own supply and everything like this. So once we did that, I ended up getting my own supply, and we were selling. I was selling it local because it was just me, and I was selling it locally, and you know it was okay. But you know when you're selling it locally, you don't. I didn't at the time. You know, people didn't really. Well, we didn't know about it back then. We didn't know about your higher end brands and stuff like that. But you know, we knew about your Pioneer and all of that, which it wasn't a low end, but you know, the competition brands, I guess you may say. But that's what we were, you know, we didn't know about that. So we was different brands, Lanzar, Crunch, Memphis, different things of that nature. So that's what we were dealing with. And so eventually I done that a while, then I kind of stepped away from it eventually after so long. After you invest so much money in it and start getting a little slow, I learned this as I got older. You know, you gotta, you know, it's about who can last the longest, you know, it ain't about who can get there the fastest. So, you know, I stepped away from it, and by the time we got done with that, you know, me and my old lady, I had, you know, she was there too. So when I say we, that's what I mean. So I got done with that, and you know, I just would venture off into different, you know, things. Like I had a food truck back then I built one, and then end up turning around and selling it before I even got done because the lady wanted to buy it. And I didn't really have the knowledge of the proper code and everything you had to be up to on it, and I was sinking so much money into it, and I wanted to get away. So I got away from that. Then as years go down the line, I bought an actual food truck and done it, and I actually was successful because I got the knowledge of it, and I went back into that for a while. Then I flipped that truck, sold it, you know, sold that truck. So then time goes on, and okay, we're gonna go ahead and skip a while. Well, in between there, I started another business I still got now, where we do printing and selling blank t-shirts to businesses and different things of that nature. So we still do that. You know, some of y'all might not know we do printing and things like that. So you see me posting printing different things, that's because we do that ourselves most of the time. So that's the deal on that. But okay, we still got that going. But then, okay, one day I had some Wolfram's AU-18s. I had bought them from Downtown back then when I first got in there. I bought the Wolfram AU-18, sold them. Then I had those in like some amps or something. Guy named David Little. He was around my way. David Little, he still do it. David, a lot of y'all might know David. David said, man, I'm going to Slamology. I never even heard about it. He said, I'm gonna go to Indiana Slamology. I don't know if he even went that year. I met him at a gas station. We were talking about car audio. He was trying to buy something from me. And I think he actually bought something from me. I don't know. Like, he told me I'm going to SMALLRIG. I don't know if he went or not. So somehow I ended up keeping in touch with David. David ended up hitting me up. He said, hey, bro, you want to go to this show? I said, what show? It's a car audio show. I said, I ain't never been to no car audio show, but I'll go. So me and him go, me and him go. I think I had told Uncle Al, let's go. Let's go, man. My boy David, he didn't know David at the time. But you know what I'm saying? But he ended up meeting him and going further with it. We ended up going up to Fat Farm up there in Russellville, Kentucky. A place they call it Fat Farm, Mike Jones. I think they used to run Mecca, and they probably do a lot of other base wars and things of that nature, all kind of stuff at Fat Farm. So the Mike Jones, they got like a piece of land out there that their house is big enough to do shows, and they was doing it. So I didn't really know anybody, really, other than David. I get there and I'm looking around, and I said I'm not going to invest this much. How y'all invest all this money into car audio? It's not that serious. So a little bit of time go by. I'm like, I left. I got in the car. I seen everything they was doing, all these equipment. And I look it up. I'm like, damn, that's kind of expensive. So I walk. I say it ain't that serious. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. I get in the car and going home. I'm like, man, my little 218s ain't that loud. I want to do that. But I ain't gonna spend that much. So I go home. Okay, I think I had some, I don't know what kind of amps I had. I ended up ordering some Rockville, like DB 4500, DB something. I don't know what it was. I ended up ordering like 2 or 3 of those. I ended up wanting one for the highs and one for the, it was a 4-channel or 6-channel or something. And then I ended up like a 4500 one, the black and blue one with a little Rockville in the middle for my 18. So I did that. But, it's like I still ain't doing what I wanted to do. So, I called my guy who did my boxes, at the time, I still cool with him. I still work with him, old school guy, man. He been doing it 30, 40 years or something like that. And, he taught me a lot. So, I get with him, I told him he build me a box. Okay, I built a box and we put it in the truck in the white Suburban, as y'all seen. Y'all might not have seen this one, but I had it in there. Some bits and pictures on the channel, maybe some video. Put it in there. Okay, that worked out for a little while. But then how when you start getting caught up in the bass head doings, you really want more every time. So I end up putting I said, man, this ain't gonna do it. So me and my old lady get to talking. So I said, man, them Sundown, we seen some stuff called Sundown. I don't know much about it, but I'm gonna look it up. So I look it up. I'm like, man, they won't. It was the Nightshade NLV5s at the time. I looked it up. I said, man, at first I wanted some Scar ZV, I think that ZVX or something. That's what I wanted, but I really couldn't. Hold on, let me see if I can turn this off. See if y'all can hear me a little bit better. Hold on. All right, I'm back. All right, I don't know. Okay, my lighting ain't right, but anyway. I wanted the ZVXs, but they were sold out at the time. So I ended up trying to, they were out of stock. So I was like, man, I ain't got what I want. So I think that's how I ended up with the wood frames or something. I think I might have went too far forward, but I think that's how I ended up with the wood frame. So once I ended up with the wood frames and I turned around, that didn't do it. It was good. It would have did it, but I didn't have the knowledge yet. So I said, what I want? I want to go. I heard something about Sundown. I don't know what it is. I don't know much about it, but I'm gonna find out. So I go on there and I look on Down for Sound back then. I look on Down for Sound. I was gonna buy they had some Team Neos or something. I don't know what it was. It was like some Team something. They were big. I don't know how much they were. They probably around 14, 15, maybe even more than that. I don't know. But I was trying to buy something. I want to buy them. So I hit them up. They said, nah, they discontinued or something like that. So I ended up, I didn't roll with them. So I was like, man, what I'm going to do now? I guess the next best thing is the NSV5. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and get them. I'm going to go ahead and get the top of the line. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it all the way. That's what I was saying. So I went on ahead and bought 2 of those. Me and my old lady got them. And then we ended up going to Ruckus and Chill. After that, we ended up going to Ruckus and Chill. And we hit up Kyle and Jacob Morris, I think his last name, Jacob Morris. And I said, man, I pick him up at the show. You know, I end up calling too late. So he was like, I said, y'all be open Monday? He said, yeah. I said, I just booked my room again. I stayed on Monday instead of me leaving Sunday at the Ruckus and Chill. I had went on and left, and I went on to see Kyle and them. They were at Audio Apex at the time. So I went on ahead and picked those subs up, and went on ahead and picked them up, and I was there. And, you know, of course, I was just new into content creating at the time. So, you know, I was like, man, that was like one of my first bigger shows I done went to. You know, I had the big Sony AC4 camera. You know, it was kind of shaky. I had a big old gimbal. I couldn't really hold it firm like I needed. It was kind of shaky. But I was just getting into it. So I ended up getting the nightshades, okay? So at the time, I don't even think I had an enclosure for it yet. I don't think I had an enclosure. So I end up, I get them. When I get there, you know, Jacob said, hey, man, you want to come on in? I appreciate Jacob. That was one of the first, you know, tours I ever got. He was like, man, you come on in, man, come on in. And, you know, pretty nice guy. They good guys for sure. And he told me to come on in. I got me some footage of, you know, the Audio Apex, Sundown, all of that, you know, wherever you could see it, wherever they let you go. So I got in, you know, I didn't really know nobody or nothing at the time. So I get in there, I get my content, I leave, you know, I talk to them for a little while. Good guys, you know, and everything was good. And I leave and go home. I said, I like this. I drive all the way back to Tennessee, you know, about 13 hours or whatever it was. So I get on back home, and I said, man, I need to get me an enclosure. So I go looking around. I ran across a guy named Duke Wright. A lot of folks don't like Duke Wright. So I didn't even know him, you know, and I asked him about him, and he was putting his designs online and whatnot. I told him, hey, I want one, you know, and I said, matter of fact, you know, depending on the price, I got another guy, you know, he might want one just like it. This is in November, matter of fact, yeah, Ruckus is always in November. I said, man, I got another guy. So what I did was, I said, hey, I'm gonna bring you where you located? He said, I'm in Mississippi. Okay, I'm gonna drive down there. Yeah, because, you know, when I first meet people, I don't really know, you know, if I can trust them or whatever the deal is. I'm the type of person, I done drove 24 hours, depending on how much money I'm spending. If I'm spending, like, you know, good amount of money, I drive on, it don't matter. I drive 24 hours because I got more bring what they say, the bag. I'm bringing the bag with me, I'm bringing the money with me, and I want to make sure everything, because I don't want to have to play. So that's one thing, because you don't know me, I don't know you. So we going to talk and build a relationship with each other. So that's what I did. So I go down to Mississippi and I pull up on Duke Wright, John, right, or whatever it is. Yeah, his name John. Y'all know him as Duke Wright probably, because he sell box designs too on his website. So I go down there, you know, I break them off a little deposit or whatever. I might have cashed them out. I don't know. I paid them though. So, you know, I leave there. And then my boy, I said he wanted one too. Then I think we loaded up again. And we went back down there and took us some more. We could have sent it on PayPal or whatever, but I did send it on PayPal that second time for my boy, for Unc. And then he built us two enclosures look just alike. So, okay, we dropped that money off, and then we went back home. We said, we're going to go to this show in Florida. That guy named Dean was having it. So I didn't know who Dean was at the time. I don't know nothing about it. You know, I ain't never really seen the car audio scene in Florida, because I was really fairly new still. So I go down there to Florida. You know, they is in Orlando, somewhere outside Orlando, somewhere near. Pretty good show, you know, and you know, I ain't never seen it like this. You know, they got a lot of stunt walls, loud doors, and customized everything. They got champagne bottles in there, and inside the enclosure, inside it where it's holding it, and they had guns and all kind of stuff in there. You know, like, it was fancy. They was laid out. There was some of the guys at his show, you know, or whatnot. So, you know, they was having a good time. Okay, I leave there. I go to, by this time, I'm already waiting on my design from Duke Wright. You know, it's taking him a little while. He said he had a little delay or something. So I'm still waiting for some reason. I kind of get irritated. So I start blowing him up. I'm like, you know, I waited him out. So after we leave Orlando, I'm like, okay, I know. When we leave this show for 2 days, we get back to Tennessee, we're going to go down to Mississippi and pull up on Duke Wright and go and get them boxes. So we go down there, it was 6 order. You know, the first design y'all seen me have, I had it for a while. The 6 order C-pillar deal. So I go down and I pick it up. The box didn't fit. The box didn't fit inside the truck. I don't know how he did it. Once he did it, we couldn't get it in there. It was sliding. We couldn't make it fit. I don't know, excuse me. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. He ended up on the spot. He took his saw. I'm sure I'm not no professional, so y'all probably know better than me. He took it and put like a 45 in it or something. I don't know what you call it. He turned that blade sideways on that saw, and he cut them corners off, and then he trimmed them corners on both sides off, and then he put like a little, put a top on it or something, and then he hit it with the, I don't know. He did some fancy doings and put it together, and then it slid right up in there. We put it back in there, got home next day. I'm all in there. I'm thinking everything good. Go in there, I put the I go to load the Sundowns in there. At this time, they still heavy because I ain't never picked up no sub like this. So I go ahead and put it in there. I broke one of the terminals trying to put it in there because the door wasn't that wide, so you got to shift it a certain way on the 18. It's 18 in the door so small you barely can get it in anyway. So I got it in, and I had to find me some more terminals. I think I ordered some from Sundown yard sale or something. I think I ordered them from them. No, I ordered them from Kyle. Back again, I hit Kyle up and he had them. I ordered them from him. Get it back going. And I got home, I didn't know I was doing still. But I had ended up, I figured it out, how to change it out, the terminal once you break them. I'm learning as I go, because like I said, I'm pretty new to this. So I put it in the vehicle. Little did I know. I thought I could just go get a little bit of old amp and do this. I guess once you go up in a certain sub, a certain level, they require a certain amount of power to make a move. And then on top of that, I didn't really have no lithium battery yet. I had a regular Everstart from Walmart. There was a marine battery, and I really thought I was doing it right. If y'all don't, sorry for the long video, but I just figured I'd just tell y'all how this started out. And I got it. And got in there, man, I'm like, voltage, man, I'm like, my amp clipping and everything, it ain't even loud. I'm trying to find out why it ain't loud. So once I finally got it I got it to playing, my voltage dropping, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Little did I know, I'm like, I need an alternator, a bracket. So now by this time, I'm already about, I say about, I don't know, 1350, something in the subs a piece at the time. We're just gonna round it up. 13. About 2,700. We about 2,700 in there. That might not include the little insurance. I only know they charge insurance on the shipping at the time. How they do it now, but 2,700 on the subs. The box, he cut me a good deal because I sold to mine and my boy. He came and got him one, so I'm about 3,500 in. Somewhere up in there. I ain't really spend that much on the box. He hooked me up. 3,500 in on the box, on everything. This I ain't got no upgraded alternator, no battery, nothing. I get the upgraded alternator and the battery. I'm like, this alternator $400. I don't even know. I'm gonna tell you how I ended up with the alternator. I went to Cookville from my house. I went to Cookville. That's about a couple hours. That's like 3 hours. 3 hours, something. 3-4 hours. I said, man, you know what? I was just thinking, I'm gonna go buy me an alternator. They're like, my old lady said, you gonna order? I said, nah. She said, you might well just go ahead. So I said, you know what? Let's drive the McMahon. I drove the McMahon. And I drove the McMahon. I pull up. I go in there. I ain't know Tony at this time. I ain't know him. This when I first met Tony though. This how long it's been. I went in there. And I went in there, I counted out the money. I said, I want to give me one of them 400s. That's the best one you got. I want to get it. That's the 400. I went on here. I didn't get the billet at the time. I didn't even know what the billet was. I just got this 400, green 400, and I'm gonna leave all the links down below so you can pick up everything I'm talking about. But pick that up. Okay, I get back. I'm like, I need me a bracket. Damn Blue Ghost. I hit him up. He was on eBay at the time, and I don't know how I got his number from somewhere. I had hit him up in a little text message, and he told me what I need. Ordered that on eBay. So by this time, I'm like, okay, shit, we're gonna say, like I said, 35. We're gonna say about 35. About $4,000 in, about 40. We're gonna say about 4,500 by the time I bought all of that with extra little accessories and all this stuff. I'm steady going to Amazon buying wire constantly, buying the wrong stuff because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't properly plan this. You need to properly plan this system. properly planning. That way you don't got to buy a bunch of stuff multiple times. I still do it to this day sometimes, but I got a system now, and I'm trying to plan it out. I ain't even put the video out now. It's on my member thing. I got on the member channel, on the member, you know, you join to be a member, where you can see some of the stuff I already got. It's in there. But other than that, like, I'm planning it out. I ain't just going with it and just buying and spending a whole bunch of money. So, you know, I go ahead and get all of that, and I get everything in there. So now I need a lithium battery. So I think I hit up Down for Sound, and I bought like I think when I end up, I bought like a 40 amp hour, and I bought another 40. I think I end up with like, no, 80. I bought about 80 amp hours at first, and I turned around and bought another 80. And you know, it was cool. You know, it worked out. Then I don't know. I think I had like a Taramps on them or something at first. You know, it worked. You know, it worked. I one thing about it, I go to that Taramps because it's gonna get me through there. You know, but I run anything. But I got the Taramps 12K. I was running it. Then I said, you know what? I'm gonna go all the way. I went ahead and got the Salt 12, put it in there. You know, everything was good. You know, not knowing you can't run it at a high voltage though. You can't run it at a high voltage. So I think what happened was I ended up having to crank my truck up. And I think the voltage spiked or something. I don't know. But it popped. I didn't see the voltage go over 14.8, but it may have. I don't remember seeing it. But I'm just gonna assume it did. I didn't see it, but I'm gonna just say that what happened instead of just saying the amp pop. But I don't know. I heard a pop. But the amp kept on playing like wasn't nothing wrong. So I just, you know, of course I hit up Amp Lab. I sent the Amp Lab. They got me fixed up right. Back in, I'm back playing. Okay. Everything good, you know. I was wired at 2 ohms the whole time, so I wasn't never wired low. And good voltage and everything was good, but I was never wired low. And it played real. I could never get what I want. One time I wired it at half. It was really beating then, but of course I wasn't gonna take that risk with that boot with that South 12, you know, at half on, which I know a lot of folks do it, but I wasn't gonna take the chance. So I went back to 2 ohms, and I was like, man, I gotta do something different because I don't like being wired at 2 ohms. It's either that or buy some more subs and just, you know, wire them all at one. So about 2 more and I wired all at one. But I didn't do that. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna sell this one. I'm gonna go ahead and buy me 2 Saw 8s. So I sold that one, bought me 2 Saw 8s. Once I got that plugged up, you know, it was hitting good. You know, everything was everything. You know, one day it was just playing, and I went full tilt. It was just on. It just popped on me. So I was like, well, I don't know what it is. So I hit Sundown up, Brian up, and they took care of me. They took care of me real good. They good folks over there at Sundown. And like I say, at this point, you know, I'm in a little bit. You know, I've been doing videos a while. I'm just going back about the systems and stuff like that. If I go back all the shows I done went to, I'll be all day. So I'm trying to sum this up as fast as I can. Hopefully, it's already been 20-something minutes. Hopefully, y'all got time for me. Appreciate y'all for tuning in either way. But end up getting that swapped out. You know, he got me right. And I got back playing for the Sundown show. I was good. You know, I got all back installed. I don't even know if I got back playing for Sundown. I might went on ahead and installed it, but I was getting so much footage I couldn't really play it like this. So that's what happened. I ended up getting hooked up, man. I got back playing. That's how I went through all the systems I had in that truck. Okay, I got rid of that, sold the Saw 8s, sold the Nightshade, sold all of that. Sold the box. So I went without a system in there for a while. Matter of fact, when I hit the Nightshades, I had a stunt wall, PRV, like all of the whole get up. You know, I got a lot of pictures and stuff of that on my channel and all my other social sites. So if you want to go check that out, I had a lot of that in there. So I ended up taking all that out. I still got the PRV stunt wall, all that stuff. I just didn't put it back in yet. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna put my third row back in. You know, I'm gonna like let the family ride. I'm gonna do this, do that. You know, okay, that's what I did. So I said, you know what? You know, I want to go back with something, but I didn't have that much space because I'm behind the third row. So I was like, what can I do? And by this time I had met custom audio by JD, you know, by Josh. I had met him at Wake the Dead over there in Arkansas. you know, and he had hit me up later on, like after I left the show and stuff like that. We talked a little while at the show, but when I left, he hit me up, you know, and then we got to talking, and I was like, I'm thinking about doing, he said, keep me in mind. So when I really thought about it, I said, how many 15s can we put behind there? How many 18s or what? He said, maybe 2, maybe 3. So I said, I tell you what, I want to do 3. He said, okay, let's do it. So, you know, we got the business situated or whatever was going to run me, you know, whatever going to cost me. I got, you know, got it squared away and turned around. He built that nice looking enclosure that y'all can see. I had, I might try to put it in the video somewhere, but y'all probably already seen it. The white one with the glass with the BASSWITHKEV. So if you want to get that, you can go over there and get it. He'll build you something real nice. So it's custom audio by JD. That's what I got now, the 3 Sundown U15s. I didn't need much space for it, so that's what I roll with. Now, do I like the higher end subs? Yeah, I do, but I ain't really have space. So that's why I ended up running with the Sundown U version 1s. Now, right now, I'm considering removing that system and going back to a bigger one. You know, of course, we got something decent in this black truck here, which is okay. But we got this silver truck right here. I think what I'm going to do is take all these tools at the back and put that white box in this truck. And then we're going to turn around and, you know, put a little amp or something on there and just put that over there. That way it ain't just sitting around. And there it is. But we got in mind that I want to go about 4 18s in there, you know. But I'm going to have to wait and see, you know, how it work out. Because, you know, things are expensive, boy. You know, it's expensive. And like I say, I run about anything almost, give it all a try. So, you know, and then I got a lot of accessories, man. I can't wait to put in there. So, you know, I want to make it look real good, real nice, you know. So, and I know it's gonna put a lot of weight on there, so I got to get something that's gonna lift the back. I got some air shocks on the back, but that's not really working. So I'm gonna have to try to find something to even that thing out on the back. But I want to ride good still, cause I drive it everywhere. So definitely, that's where the journey was. And of course, you know, I done been to Slamology, Wake the Deads in Arkansas, Alabama, Louisiana. I can't wait to get back down to Louisiana because I hadn't been down there to see them guys, but one time when I first kind of started out, I was down there in Louisiana at I don't know, it was Lafayette or something like that. I don't really know what part I was in, really. I can't even remember. But I drove down there, it was cold, met some nice guys down there. I hadn't seen them since. So I can't wait to get back down there. Hopefully I can find a show this winter and I can get down there. So hopefully that worked out. I Mississippi, I went to Jackson, Mississippi to a show down there. I can't remember the guy's name. He does a show every year, like at the airport. He does one there like at the event center, like Coliseum or whatever it is. He real good guy. I think his name is Ronnie or Roddy or something like that. I don't know. But if I figure it out, y'all know I'm gonna share it. Hopefully they got some shows coming up down there. And the guys in Arkansas, I always go see them every chance I get, so they ain't that far. Alabama, I gotta get back down there. They got a show coming up in November. Let me see. I gotta figure out his name. I didn't get to open the message. But it's a guy, man. They got a show in November in Birmingham or something like that. I didn't get to see. I know I seen a little bit of it in November, so I got to get down there. Hopefully I can make that show. I can't make no promises, but if I can make it, I'm gonna go. And where else? Man, I'm trying to make it over to Ruckus and Chill. If I can make it to Ruckus and Chill, I'll be all right. That's gonna finish out the year, but y'all know the year ain't never over. If another show come up, it's still going on. So hopefully I can get somewhere in this winter time. The whole time it's cold. I don't like waiting until Slamology to do it all again. Y'all let me know if y'all got some shows coming up. If it's reasonable, I can make the trip. But if like, hey man, that gas be a little high, you know, so I might not can make it sometime. But or I might got something else going on, or I might have already committed to another show. When I say committed, I might have told somebody I'm gonna be there for sure, or either I already booked a hotel room, or you know, just little stuff like that. You know, by the time I already told them I'm gonna come and book the room, and you know, I might even be on the card, like on the advertisement, saying I'm gonna be there or something, and you know, I don't want to just leave them hanging if I done already agreed. So I tried to agree to stuff. I tell people I'm gonna try. Like if I know 100%, you know, 100%. Like some of these shows, like, oh, boy, about 10, 11 hours away. As much as I would want to go, you know, it just, I don't make that kind of money on YouTube like that. You know, I don't make that kind of money on YouTube to really. I done went to some shows, man. They cost me like $1,000 just to go. You know, which that ain't that much, but like a little over $1,000 by the time I take the room, the gas, the food, the whatever else you might need to do this. So by the time you get to spending that money like that, you know, you ain't that ain't buying equipment. That's just going. You know, so then that don't include now if I'm trying to take both vehicles, depending on how far I'm going. If I'm trying to take this one and the other one, you know, that's double the gas. So, you know, which that's on me until I can get me an old truck or something and pull it with. But hopefully, you know, I can grow this channel. I can get me an old truck, you know, where I ain't got to spend my own money. I could just make money off the content. Then I'll be able to go do it. But until then, I'm spending my own. So I got to kind of move a little bit, you know, a little bit easier. So y'all know, be sure to like and subscribe on the channel. I'm trying not to drag this out. I'm going to put the link down below. Y'all use code in the top of on the top of the banner right there when you go on cardelconnect.com. Every site that I got a discount for will be on the website. You click anything right there on the website, it'll take you right to what you need. It'll let them know I sent you, like a referral type deal. Some of them have coupon codes linked in. When you click it, it'll automatically, you know, give you the discount. But other than that, y'all be sure to like, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for tuning in for this long 31-minute video. I know it's a long video. I apologize if I really over talked. If y'all like those talking videos, y'all let me know down in the comments. I mean, it's a little something different. Of course, y'all know I'm gonna give y'all a demo. This is what I do. But I'm gonna start talking to y'all a little bit more. Like, subscribe, share the video. I'll see y'all back on the next one.
You got the right equipment that gonna tune me right.
Be sure to check out caraudioconnect.com and shop BASSWITHKEV.com for top car audio brands. I appreciate your support.